Assalamualaikum and greeting. We are from Group 13 are going to present one of the company listed in Bursa Malaysia, which is MR.DIY. Here are the full team member in Group 13. Khairunisa, Wan Elisa, Syawal Fitri, Muhammad Firas Alian, Ching Jo Tong. And the rest, Nur Fazila Natasha, Nurul Syawani Farhana, Nur Aina Fauzana, Faika Zulaika, and Iza Sofia.
Assalamualaikum and hi. Okay, so today our group would like to present about one company from the company list in Bursa Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. My name is Khairunisa binti Rosli. My matric number is 287775. Firstly, the company name is Mr. DIY Group Berhad. Mr. DIY Group Berhad is a company that involved in the retail of home improvement product. Mr. DIY Group Berhad made its debut in the Bursa Malaysia on 26 October 2020. The address of Mr. DIY headquarters is located at Lot 1851A and 1851B, JLN KPB 6, Kawasan Perindustrian Balakong, 43,300 Seri Kembangan, Selangor. In July 2005, Mr. DIY was first opened as a conventional hardware store at Jalan Tunku Abdul Rahman in Kuala Lumpur. Next, Mr. DIY type of business. In 2010, Mr. DIY was incorporated as a private limited company. It later exchanged into a public limited company and assumed the name Mr. DIY Group Berhad on 4 June 2019. The nature business of Mr. DIY Group Berhad is a retail of home improvement product and mass merchandise. Mr. DIY have 10 categories product. The company offer the product that cover main categories such as hardware, household, stationery and sport, electrical, furnishing, car accessory, toys, computer and handphone accessories, gift and jewelry.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Wan Razila Elisa binti Wa'abla. My matric number is 287703. A firm mission statement explains what the organization does, what its goals are, and how it plans to achieve those goals. A company vision statement describes the company desired future status. Mission and vision elements are frequently combined to provide a statement of the company purpose, goals, and value. However, the terms are sometimes used interchangeably. Mr. DIY vision is to be the largest home improvement retailer in Malaysia and Brunei. Also, for the mission, Mr. DIY wants to create a globally recognized retail brand. Second, to offer a diverse retail experience catering to different customer segments. Third, to maintain a wide variety of good quality, value for money items, thereby holding true to our motto of always low price.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Syawal Fitri bin Manaseh. I will present about product and service of Mr. DIY company. Mr. DIY is a chain of stores that sell various goods of types in Malaysia. Before it reached that level, the shop was only selling hardware items located at Jalan Tunku Abdul Rahman, Kuala Lumpur. It looked like regular hardware store, very different from Mr. DIY networks elsewhere. Mr. DIY was incorporated under the companies under the name Mr. DIY Enterprise. However, on 1 June 2016, the name was changed to Mr. DIY Group Sendirian Berhad. The hardware store had opened its first outlet based on a multi-item store. New branches are opened based on the markets they determine through a combination of data analysis results. The chain of stores has transformed from independent to multi-item store. The target users for this network of stores are from children to senior citizens. This situation is not surprising because children's toys and elderly ones are sold here. To further solidify its position in the home improvement market, Mr. DIY Group Sdn Berhad is testing new shop strategy in addition to collecting more sales and meeting its goal. The format and size of the store will be different than normal. Historically, they have added a quite big type of store ranking its size. They also have Mr. DIY Express that will be constructing soon. They now operate in 4 such stores, one in Kelantan, one in Melaka, one in Negeri Sembilan, and one in Johor.
The main competitor of Mr. DIY in 2019, Mr. DIY was claimed Malaysia has the largest home furnishing shops. They were providing a good quality product, also affordable pricing, because they want to attract people to come for their business. As in a prospectus, it was mentioned that's about the competitor such as Daisho, Super Safe, Eco Shop, X Hardware, and One Stop Superstore. So this was a retail industry, and so they were sell home furnishing. Pricing is a competitive, and there is a wide range of a product to choose from Mr. DIY large networks. Okay, for example, Eco Shop 2 ringgit, they provide nearly the same item with a Mr. DIY. Compare pricing Mr. DIY with the goods of the Eco Shop 2 ringgit for vital things like detergent, salt, snack, and other else. And we take, for example, to look at a mirror. For just 2 ringgit, shopper can pick up a mirror from Mr. DIY that combine design and functionally in a single handy product. And differently with the Eco Shop mirror, it is slightly pricier, bigger in size, and can be propped up using a stand. There are no doubting that Eco Shop item costs are really priceless and seem cheap than other store. But starting in July 2020, Mr. DIY will be offering rates other 600 products starting RM2 ringgit nationally. This way is want to compete price with other store and want to attract more the customer come to their business.
Product quality is how well a product satisfies customer needs, serves its purpose, and meets industry standard. When evaluating product quality, business considers several key factors, including whether a product solves a problem, works efficiently, or suits customer purpose. Quality is critical to satisfying our customer and retaining their loyalty so they continue to buy from you in the future. Quality product make an important contribution to long-term revenue and profitability. They also enable us to charge and maintain high prices. There's a lot of individual retailers that selling a variety of import products with a very low price. Since there are many unregistered sellers, there's a probability that they misfake their products and branded product. Even though the price of the product is very cheap, customers will more prefer with product from registered sellers since they care about the quality of the product. By that, Mr. DIY only compete with shops that are official such as Eco Shop, Daiso, and S Hardware.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Izzah Sofia binti Muhammad Roslan, metric number 287765. Want to present about current major trends and issue on the Mr. DIY company. First of all, Mr. DIY do what they want based on methodological scientific. Any decision based on data has been collected and analyzed, such as demographic and residential statistics. They also open a store fit the community's demand. Next, Mr. DIY expects to open additional 30 stores for the rest of 2020 and 100 locations in 2022 to have more users and clients. Issue of the pandemic COVID-19 have transformation mindsets since people have learned to fix other things on their own. As the need for electrical items from Mr. DIY stores, Mr. DIY sales increase. They also offer omnichannel e-commerce known as click and collect to allow clients to save their money on last mile logistics by eliminating shipping costs. Lastly, Mr. Dollar and Mr. Toy are born out with a fixed price, which is a popular retailing strategy all over the web. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Nafazia Natasha binti Barudin with matrix number 287788. We present about Mr. DIY SWOT analysis for the internal matter, which are strengths and weaknesses. The first that became the strength for Mr. DIY to compete is Mr. DIY always sell their product with cheap and affordable price. This is why Mr. DIY use always low price as their trademark. Secondly, Mr. DIY have the ability to sell product online that can allow customer to buy any Mr. DIY product easily anywhere, such as through Shopee and Lazada instead of their own website, MR.DIY.com. In addition, Mr. DIY also have a well-known brand. There are more than 735 stores throughout Malaysia and they receive more than 80 million customers in a year. Moreover, Mr. DIY have a various product and choices by providing more than 18,000 varieties of product with 10 categories including hardware, household, electrical and many more. Lastly, Mr. DIY always choose the strategic location to run their business. This is why Mr. DIY always can be seen in shopping mall, especially in Aeon Big. We move to the second internal matter, which is the weaknesses of Mr. DIY. Firstly, competitor can offer similar product easily. For instance, EcoShop is one of the companies that have similarity with Mr. DIY by selling every item for RM2.10, which are cheaper than Mr. DIY. Furthermore, product of Mr. DIY always out of stock. This is due to the production are not being in line with customer demand. They don't have a really good production planning of their product. Also, almost of their product have a short time warranty. This is maybe because of the quality of the product is low to align price with quality. The last one is lack of oversight of the product. Some of their product were found damaged and sometimes their packaging is also have found in a poor condition such as dented or torn. Thank you.
My name is Nurul Shawani Farhana binti Muhammad Jafar and I will talk about opportunity and threats of Mr. DIY. Opportunity. First, explore a new market segmentation. Mr. DIY sees the epidemic as an opportunity to test out a new market segmentation technique such as psychography and demographic segmentations by analyzing a behavior surrounding lifestyle and social standing. Second is source great talent cost effectively. Mr. DIY has opened a lot of jobs for people who are jobless due to the pandemic. As a result, the company can recruit individuals without incurring significant costs by upskilling and improving their knowledge. Third is investigate market trends that are observable. Mr. DIY conducted research and discovered that the e-commerce market is growing, so they seized the chance to participate in the e-commerce market as well. Next, for the threats. First, financial issue. Due to the spread of COVID-19, Mr. DIY have to stop from running their business for a while. As a result, the corporation is required to cover a significant amount of costs that are still being incurred despite the fact that the company has already changed for a period of time. Second, law and regulation. The government has mandated that any corporation that doing a business must pay a tax. Avoiding a tax may result in owner's name being blacklisted and perhaps jail times. Third is competitions. There are numerous of companies that sell the same product with Mr. DIY, but with a new innovation. So, customers likely to abandon Mr. DIY in favor of a new product released by a competitor.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Firas Alian bin Zainuddin and my number metric is 287969. I'm going to present future direction of Mr. DIY. Due to pandemic in 2020, DIY has to go digital and more people also need to go online shopping due to lockdown. It also had been noted during lockdown, more people need interesting spaces in their home. This increases demand toward home retailer stores through social media because it was easy for customers to purchase without the need to travel the shop. DIY also planned to launch a robotic warehouse, which is provided with 223 programmable robots as a strategic initiative to drive efficiencies and growth. The use of programmable robot is to fulfill online purchasing faster than a manual system. With this movement, DIY hoping that e-commerce can be one in all the most income and marketing for DIY to extend sales growth. Last but not least, DIY commit its growth strategy and drive its earning through store network expansion. DIY expand their store network with 175 new stores in 2021 and will expand more stores across Malaysia in the following years.
My name is Jin Tong and my metric number is 287702. Here are the 3 recommended strategies that can apply by Mr. DIY. The first one, improve stock control by implement tracking system. Mr. DIY should use the developed tracking systems to monitor their product turnover. Tracking system will help them to improve the understanding of their products needed by the market, and it also can help inventory managers to make a decision effectively and adjust the order quantity before selling. Secondly, improve quality of product and be innovations. Mr. DIY has to improve their product quality or innovate new products in order to obtain a sustainable competitive advantage. For example, like packaging, reliability, and functional product to attract the target market. Not only that, always low price is the motto of Mr. DIY. So, to create a win-win situation, Mr. DIY must be able to improve their product creatively and affordably. Through this improvement, Mr. DIY will gain revenue growth. Lastly, R&D customer behavior by market study. Mr. DIY should do market study about customer behavior by collecting data using interview survey, questionnaire, and analyze the business locally to meet and understanding the customer behavior. Moreover, Mr. DIY also can conduct the consumer focus group to get the valuable insights into customer behavior and get the expectations of customer about their product quality or new product. So that's all from us. Thank you so much for watching.